Is the water boiling? Yeah, might as well. I drink it cold anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I'll shut it off when it starts boiling.
Yeah. I just got to get this in order before.
Now, what you're going to do is, you do announcements each weekday, is that right?
Yeah, 7 days a week.
7 days on the CD.
Yeah. We were on an AM radio, but we didn't have enough power. It just went on us. Couldn't get even halfway across the slabs.
Now, there are a few people doing this service, or are you the only one?
Yeah, they have another channel on channel 23, I believe. I think they're still in full operation, as far as I know.
CD?
Yeah. Now, we were on the air August the 15th, is when we first went on. And normally we do that every year. We try to get on by August the 15th, and our last broadcast will be in May, 1st of May. So, well, we're here all the time, so we're the ones that have to do it all the time.
Is there any difference between your announcements or your show, your program, and the others? Any of the others?
I don't know. I don't listen to any of the others. Just one, myself. Okay, get all this.
How does it work?
together.
People give you announcements to make?
Mostly, these are the end results of what the campers give us during a day's period of time, and accumulated through the mail and letters and things like this. So basically what you're hearing here is just a reflection of what the campers themselves are saying. And we do a lot of public service work, and this is like for the state of California, the Emergency Disaster Readiness Program, through the defense departments. Let's see, we've got the earthquake preparedness thing. Our station basically is set up nonprofit just for public service to the slabs, Slab City. And hopefully we have no listeners outside of this area. That is our ultimate aim. And we have on the transmitter right now 1 watt of power, which is not very much power. Our object is to talk in, not to talk out. We don't want to carry very far. Okay, excuse me while I get this paperwork back together here real quick. If I get it in sequence, I won't mess things up tonight. One of my problems is I'm no good at this, and I have a tendency to mess things up real well if they're not in some type of social order.
Well, don't we all?
Yeah, but I do it better than everybody else. Okay. Tonight's Monday. We've got to go around to the new. We try to give as much information as we can that would be of interest to the cross-section group of the campers. And they have a wide variety of interest, which is really makes it kind of hard on the type of information we put on the air. We're not trying to be a selling station like selling for local merchants or businessmen or anything like this. People that come out in the area that kind of claim, well, we're full-time businessmen, or we're setting up to live off of the people, or this. This is what we try to discourage. We want to get it down more on the one-to-one levels of an individual camper. Maybe they'll have something once in the duration that they're out here that they want to sell. We'll put it on the air for them. And we don't charge for this. This is just a free thing. In fact, all of this is free. And everything here comes out of my pocket. Now, this equipment you're looking at in front of you had nothing to do with this CB radio. I've used all this for other uses. Basically, what has happened when we converted back over to the CB off of this little milliwatt AM transmitter,
Turn that generator off.
we had to Rube Goldberg everything in here to make it work off of this particular control panel. This control panel was set up for a little bit of scientific research. It has nothing to do with this CB at all.
What kind of scientific research?
Well, do I have to answer?
Oh,
Some of it is kind of touchy, and I'm funded by a foundation, and they don't really feel it's secret. They just don't want anybody really
That's all right.
getting into it too much.
Just whatever you feel comfortable with, though.
Okay, basically we are studying electronics for improvements of long-range communications. I'm choosing my words very carefully. I don't want to say anything that's going to rock the boat or unbalance things. And then we're getting into, I got a personal thing going about the air quality control that we have in the area here. My studies over the past 7 years of keeping the weather records, we have noticed a change in behavioral patterns in Imperial Valley, and watching them closely on that period of time, we found that what we are supposing is we have a lack of oxygen in the air. But I can't get any of the other scientific groups and people interested enough to come down and firm up my suspicions. I do not have the equipment to do it myself. So all we can do is make our observations. I'm looking at it, and we're trying to develop new methods that I could use right here to verify and clarify the information that's showing up on our stat records. That's some of the research we're getting into. And that's just basically what this was all about. Was some of this equipment is specific for certain types of research. And keeping it all together here, it works fine. Our mixer panel here has 101 uses right now. It's being used very heavily for the CB. After the CB's off, then it goes right back for our research use. Mm-hmm. And this puts quite a strain on our batteries, by the way, because I want to have batteries for the research, to heck with the CB, but since we've committed ourselves to it, and we've been doing this since Good Sam had passed away a number of years ago. I guess that was, what, 5, 6 years ago. We picked up the Channel 3 roll call and kept it going from that period of time. And up until the time that I probably expire, we'll have it until somebody else takes it over.
You knew Good Sam then?
Yes, quite well. Many, many days ago.
He was a good guy.
Yes, he was.
He's the reason we started this documentary.
Yes, I like Good Sam. Okay, I've got everything ready to go.
And you got a half an hour, so should we save how much?
Yeah, save your batteries, because we've got plenty of time. And
Well, we got 4 minutes of tape. We'll run this.
Before I get ready for the broadcast, make sure all the switches are the way I want them. And all the sub panels are the way I want them. And then I start testing things. Okay, we're set where we want.
You did the other work during the day then?
Mostly in the night when I'm alone and has some peace and quiet. In the daytime, this place is like Grand Central Station. There's people coming and going all the time. And we never know from one moment to the next how many visitors will show up. Sometimes we have them in groups of maybe just 1. Sometimes they hit us as many as 4 or 5. And we've had groups show up here in numbers of 12. Normal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm set pretty good here. I've got everything laid out the way I want it. We've already got the temperature taken, the wind direction's down, this is down, the monitor, we don't need that. We had that earlier. I've already looked at the satellite pictures.
Yeah. Well, sometimes. I don't know.
Okay. This is like an airplane. You have to sit down here and check all this stuff out. Because when you go in, if you touch something and it doesn't work, then you get panicky.
Yeah.
And I panic very easy.
Yeah.
Now tonight we'll be powered down. I haven't had a chance to check the battery or charge the batteries up as well as I want. So we're down power probably from 1800 to 1830. I'll cut the station off at 1830 rather than going to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Just because we are powered down.